How was that backing up skill there, huh? Pretty stellar, if I have to say so myself. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are working on our grass field here. We have the tedder out and I kind of cut the field, well, maybe not in half, but kind of just ballpark some of it because we need a little bit of hay as well as grass silage. So we're gonna dry out one half of the field, then we are gonna row it up and bale that into hay bales, and then the other half we're gonna dry out as well, a little bit, not fully, because we're using Maize Plus. We have a few different stages of tedding. We have kind of like the wet, the conditioned, the semi-dry, I think, then actual hay. I don't remember all the stages, but it's somewhere in that region. So we're gonna be doing kind of drying the whole field up a little bit, but the one half we are gonna bale and wrap so that we can get silage out of it, and the other half we're gonna let dry out fully to hay, and that'll give us at least some feed to get to the cows and the animals. I think that'll also help us when we get some sheep, be able to feed the sheep. The sheep may need more than they may need actual grass bales though too. We'll have to double check that before we wrap all the bales. But we are going to be working on this field for the time being. I know been a little bit sporadic maybe with the episodes, and I have plans. We don't have a lot of money, but I have plans to add a horse from the new horse aggravation pack, a horse seeder, I think, to the farm. They are expensive, so we'll probably have to pull a loan. We have the loan system or whatever on here. The other thing is, I was looking at some of the equipment after doing the review and then looking while I was in here earlier, and I noticed most of it runs 200 horsepower or more. There's one seeder, the 3-meter seeder, that runs, I think it's like 150 maybe horsepower. So we either are gonna have to go with the 3-meter one, which isn't a bad deal, you know, it's cheaper, but it is 3 meters, it's a little smaller, because this Massey here I think is only like 150, 160, and then the John Deere is only like 175. We could maybe still get away with it, honestly, running it. I mean, we probably could, because it is Farming Simulator and it's not like it's super tied into the controls, but we might struggle a little bit if we're on inclines or hills, especially, you know, if we start getting some of these rolling valleys that we're in on the map, like when we had a little bit of trouble with our harvester because it was a little underpowered, I believe. So there is a chance we struggle with some of the hills, and we'd have to kind of find a creative way around that, whether we're going laterally back and forth across the hill down the slope instead of making any passes up it. That, when we need to buy the 3-meter and just roll with it, or maybe start looking at if we need to pull a loan or even a lease for a slightly larger tractor. Not sure I want to go that way, but we might have to. So let me know what your thoughts are. Comment below if you think we should pull a large enough loan to get a larger tractor and then try out some of the larger seeders. And I'm not talking like one of the huge seeders. I was thinking more along the lines of There's two different 6-meter ones. There's like the one where it's the pole behind and it's got like the big tank and everything. We'll look at them here in a second. And then there's the other one that you have to use the seed tank on the front of the tractor. So you put the seed tank on the front and then you have the kind of just the seeder itself on the back. So then the tubes kind of connect between them and then they work that way. If we did that and we ever wanted to get a planter, we could also get the Horsch planter, 6-meter one that's similar to the seeder. And that way we would be able to kind of use the seed tank for multi-use purposes. Or if we ever get a fertilizer that needs a seed tank, we could use that too to give us extra. But we can, as soon as I'm wrapped up here with this little section, we can go check those out in the store. If you didn't see, I did make a video kind of going over a lot of it, reviewing it. Alright, so sorry about that little edit. Right as I was speaking, the dogs went bark crazy and startled me. So, I was talking about, I did make a little Horsch aggravation preview of the DLC, kind of going through some of the stuff in the webpage if you want to look at that. But we didn't really test any of the equipment, so this will be us testing some of it if we use it on here. And then I'm sure there's some other videos out there where it's actually showing it in use. But let's finish up. We don't got a whole lot left here for the kind of the hay side we're going to be doing. Then we'll look at the pack real quick and see. I'll show kind of what my thoughts are and you can let me know what you think. Then maybe we'll check out what sheep actually need for feed. I believe horses just use hay. So if we did get horses, we could have some hay. I think the feed types for, can't think of it right now, the feed types for like cows, there's like the realistic mixture in the wagon with the Maize Plus, and that's, I think pretty much, is it just hay and whole crop silage, or it's grass silage and whole crop silage? I don't know. Then there's another one that's like hay and grass silage. I always get confused and forget about them, but we'll take a quick look at that real quick. But I like this little tedder we have here. I think it's just a 3-meter one, honestly. It might be a 4. Might be a 4, 4.5. I think it's called like the W something 450, so it might be a 4.5. Looks a little wider than a 3. That's a nice little tedder. I think we're gonna go with the Crone. Can't think of it. Crone Windrow. It's like not too big. Maybe like a 7 or 8 meter, possibly 9. Speaking of the Horsch aggravation pack, the new update for FS came out today, like the 1.2 or something, 1.22 or 2.1, I don't remember. But it released that like Horsch outfit, the Horsch aggravation outfit, which is like an Iron Man outfit. I don't know what they were thinking there. Like, I understand people like different outfits and people like to kind of goof around or do whatever, but I feel like maybe there could have been time spent a little better than that. Hey, so the dogs kind of went crazy again and I had to go check it out and I totally lost my train of thought and was starting to work on this section of field, but then I realized I was going to show you guys what cedar I was thinking about or ideas. Just checking out the store here, nothing really important. So the cedars I was discussing is we have this one here, the Pronto 3DC, which is 65,000. 3 meters, kind of does all your standard seed crops. It is a direct drill, which is kind of nice. I won't lie, I forgot about that. And it's 150 horsepower. The Pronto 6 direct drill or DC here is 200 horsepower, so that's pushing our limits on our John Deere tractor, because if we look at our tractors, we have this one which has 175 horse and this one is only 155. Coming back to our cedars here, obviously the 6 meter isn't too bad because we could fold it up. We could probably get it through most gateways in areas, so that wouldn't be too bad, but it is pretty pricey and it needs 200 horsepower. The other one I was thinking about is this one because it's just kind of something different. I don't feel like I use a lot of things like this one, but it's the Taro 6 SL. It is, I mean, 50k, so it's a little pricey, and it requires 200 horsepower as well. The other thing though, we would have to buy the partner 1600 probably here with it, so that'd be another 20 grand on there, and that would be, we don't have a horsepower, but it would just help bring a weight to the tractor, I guess. But if we bought this and this one, then down the road we could buy this one if we want to start planting different crops like corn or sunflowers, soybeans, also one of the new crops, I can't think of the name of what this one is right here, but that's one of the new crops. Oh, we can do that with the cedar as well, so that wouldn't be a big deal there. So kind of let me know what your thoughts are, if we should just pull a loan and buy the Pronto 3DC and just stick with that 3 meter here. It would get the job done for sure. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. Take a little longer to seed fields, might be a little more time lapse. Or if maybe we should pull a loan for one of these and see if we can use it with our tractor, see if we got enough guts to make it work. If not, we would have to start looking at either probably a medium tractor with a little bit of more juice to it, maybe a Massey here, or got a few others like a McCormick. I have gotten recommendations for, say, the JCB here, and what's nice about the JCB is it has the all-wheel steering, so you can kind of maneuver really well around, especially kind of the tighter areas and roads and yards of Court Farms here. But I wouldn't want to start getting too big. You start getting into these higher, the larger series, and I know we could make them work and it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but try not to just grow massive right away. But if we need to pull a loan for even this JCB or maybe something slightly smaller but that has a little bit more power to it, like this class here, the Axion. McCormick isn't too bad either, even the Landini. Let me know your recommendations. We already have a Massey and a John Deere, which that doesn't mean we can't get another one, because the Masseys do look nice. Or if there's mods out there, if you have any mods on the store that you would want me to take a look at. None of the, I don't think these, yeah, we're not going to use a Kubota. But if there's any mods on the store, Mod Hub or King's Mods or wherever they are, let me know. Alright, here we are in the windrows. I wasn't sure which one we honestly probably wanted to go with, but I'm starting to think I'm gonna go with this one here. Seems like a good all-arounder. And because it's only 19.5, well, let's go ahead and buy it. But I need to make sure. I think the store's back up. I don't remember if I had store delivery on or not. No, I don't. So otherwise, it would have given me a delivery cost. We're gonna have to run and pick that up. But I think before we do that, we're gonna work on finishing up this field with the tedding. So I do realize it's kind of not really how Maize Plus was probably designed. So this is when you're tedding with Maize Plus, you can do it, like I said earlier, a few different states. So you have like hay or base game kind of tedding, then you have like conditioned, semi-dry or dry, or semi-dry and hay. So you can kind of replicate different stages of grass drying if you really wanted. Kind of doing it not the proper way here, because I mean technically I would probably do the whole field in this like semi-dry state, then pretend either go another month or run it over this side again to get it to hay, but we're kind of skipping that step. We're just gonna move ahead. So half our field's gonna be the semi-dry state and the other half is hay. We'll just pretend that the 1 hour between times was 1 day, considering we're doing 1 day months. Gave it a day to dry out more. But we'll do this, then we'll see where we're at for time once we're done here. Then we'll probably pick up that windrow and just get some rows done. Probably won't be able to get to baling till next month, but we also need to look at our seeding window. I don't remember. I think we got 1 more day to get seed down in our field, or 1 more month at least to get seed down in the field, so we could probably do that next month. And then we might have to come back to baling a little bit later. My guess is we're gonna have to buy a little bit more feed to supplement our cows so that they don't starve, but we'll see how that goes. Chickens we should be good on. We have the wheat in the silo right now that we harvested originally, and we also have, I think we might have some chicken feed available, but I'm not positive. I got some bags kind of in one of the sheds. We'll take a look there. No, I did say we'd see what the sheep need to be fed, so we can check that real quick, I think. Let's see. I don't remember what the keybind was for it. Alright, let's see if the keybind will pop up when we're out here. Yeah, here we go. Right control, right shift, F. So the cows take these, which it will have with our mixer. I think we can get I think we can get a total mixed rations with our cow with our recipe. Well, let's look at our sheep. Our sheep do, for the protein, they need conditioned grass or silage. You know, it's whole crop silage, not grass silage. I think, I don't know if we could feed them semi-dry grass or not. We can feed them some hay, so that'll work there for the roughage. Then conditioned grass there, so that's not bad. And conditioned grass there, or we can buy some of this sheep feed too. So it's pretty much they just need hay, conditioned grass, honestly, is all we need to give them for all of that. So we might need to leave a few strips of the field and see if we can get a couple bales out of that. Or we do have, I forgot, we have that other kind of field out front, so we could probably do that with them. Pigs are going to be taking totally different feed. We got CCM, or some of the other grain grist stuff, mineral feeds, soybeans or canola. We don't have any of that. We'd have to do probably contract or plant it. We're not even planning on planting it, or buy some pig food. We do have wheat, so that would work. Then we do not have potatoes. We don't have carrots or anything. We'll probably look into the carrots just because it's a new crop here. Horses, so we just pretty much need a little bit of the mineral feed and then some more conditioned grass. So I think we'll do that front field, just some grass bales. And if we get a lot of them, then we can wrap some of them and turn them into silage as well. And chickens are pretty basic. I think we'll just give them the chicken food along with the wheat. If we maybe get some of these other crops, we could add that in, but most likely we'll just have to get some of the chicken feed bales unless we get enough of this other stuff we can supplement it all. I think that's going to be a ways down the road. Oh, so this is kind of nice. It shows our actual mixed rations. Now I'm kind of getting sidetracked, but so if we do the realistic mixture, we need maize silage and grass silage, which we're not going to have maize. If we do the beef cattle, which we don't have beef cattle, so we're not going to do that. We have some young stocks. We could maybe look into that. And we could actually get that one because I think we have straw, which we do. I know we have straw. We'll have the grass silage when we do these ones, and we'll have some hay. And then we could do the dairy cattle because we'll have hay and grass silage. So we'll be able to get a couple of the mixtures done with these bales that we're doing today. Pig feed with the wagon is literally all we need is 2 of these things. And the grain grist recipe would be oat, barley, or wheat. So we need those 3, which we are planting oats. I think we got wheat. I don't know if we planted barley or not. But let's jump back into the tractor here and just keep rolling. Baling's going to be a little bit of a process because we'll probably bale everything. Then I'm thinking we'll take the grass bales back to the yard. I mean, I suppose we could run around the field with the wrapper and wrap them all. and then just pick them up. Kind of have to think how I want to go about that, because we have the Govil wrapper, and it's the one that attaches to the front of I think it's a telehandler or a front loader, I forget. I think we can change it to what we want. Alright, we're way off on our line there. So we could bale all the bales, then run through the field with the wrapper and wrap them all, then load them. Or we could bring them back to the yard and just wrap them all and stack them somewhere. I'm gonna have to think where I want to put them. I don't know. Probably put the hay in the... Yeah, I don't know. Put the hay just in the covered silo bunker. And maybe put the silage bales we could probably put outside. That's not a big deal. We need to move the straw indoors though. Well, maybe into the silo bunker as well. Bunker silo. We could also put them in like the horse kind of shed. Like I said, I don't think that's get used for anything really. We might be able to store some of our feed in there or bales. I think we're gonna flip to just a bit of a time lapse to wrap up this field. And we'll probably be calling that an episode. Next round we'll pick up the windrow, as well as the baler and the seeder. So, like I said, let me know what you think on which seeder or route we should go with the seeders. Should we try to get one of the 200 horsepower ones and use our tractor? Or should we also put enough money in the loan to get a larger tractor, slightly larger tractor? Which larger tractor would you like to see? If you have any mod recommendations, let me know. Or should we just go with the 3-meter and eventually go to an upgrade path, whether that's with horse equipment or something else? So we will be right back. And we're back. We only got a little bit more left to do here. But we're gonna be calling that an episode. I know it was just a lot of tedding. A little bit more talking probably this time around, but hopefully I can get to the next one pretty quick and we can get moving. But thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you sticking in there. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And I will catch you all on the next one. Thank you very much.